class that I have taught you the current electricity chapter. I will be sending you sums from current electricity. Okay, so before we start the sum, I will request you all to please refer to page 187 of your new Conscience Physics book. Those who don't have, no problem. If you have the old book, you can refer to old book also. If you don't have, no problem. I will be sending you the sums before I send you the video. Okay. So let's recap with the formulas which I have taught you in the class and with which we are going to do the sums today. Okay. So the first formula which comes here is current I. Okay. So current I is Q by T. What is Q? The total amount of charge by time. And what is this total amount of charge? It is nothing N into E, where N is the number of electrons and E is the charge on one electron and T is the time. Okay. Now this is obviously Ohm's law, which is V is equal to R into I, where V is the potential difference, I is the current and R is the resistance of the conductor. Okay. R again, obviously I had taught you the factors on which resistance of a wire depends. So resistance of a wire mainly depends on two factors. It is directly proportional to length and inversely proportional to area. And I had combined those two factors and we had got R directly proportional to L by A. Okay, means length by area. So to remove that proportionality sign, we had put a equal to and a rho, which is the specific resistance. Okay, so R is equal to rho L by A. L is the length, A is the area and rho is the specific resistance. Okay, so specific resistance from this formula becomes A into R by L. Okay, so these are the basic four formulas on which we are going to do the sums only on page 187. Okay, rest of the current electricity sums I am going to send you in the next videos. So please refer to page 187 for all the sums. Okay, so let's start with the sum. Sum number 1. Sum number 1, it states that in a conductor, 6.25 into 10 to the power 16 electrons flow from its end A to B in 2 seconds. So what is given to you? N, because it is given 6.25 into 10 to the power 16 electrons. That means the number of electrons is given as 6.25 into 10 to the power 16. Okay, so this is the number of electrons given. Okay, and from its end A to B in 2 seconds. That means the time is given as 2 seconds. Okay, now what you asked to find? Find the current flowing through the conductor. That means you are asked to find out I. What else is given in the sum? It's given E. E means the charge on one electron. Obviously, you know it is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Okay, so these are the terms given to you. So as I told you, if you can write out the quantities, formula comes automatically. So you see, I have clearly written the formula of I. So just put it in this formula. I is equal to N into E by T. Okay, you know the value of N as 6.25 into 10 to the power 16. E you know as 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 by time is 2. Okay, so you multiply 6.25 into 1.6. This 2 you have to multiply obviously, and 10 to the power 16 and 10 to the power 9. So you know this is plus 16, this is minus 16. So if the bases are in multiplication, we add the two powers. So 16 and minus 19 will give you minus 3. So it is giving you 10 to the power of minus 3. Okay, and you multiply this 2, you have to do it yourself, divided by 2. Okay, don't touch the power part, only you multiply this 2 and divide it by 2. You will get the amount of current and the unit of current is ampere. Remember student, it is very important to write the unit. If you are not writing the unit properly, obviously I told you your marks will be deducted. Unit is very important in the physics sums. Okay, so you will get your answer. Okay, now let us move to the next sum, sum number 2. Now you will see here that here you are getting answer. Obviously we have converted the first sum, we have written all the quantities in SI unit. Okay, so the answer also it will come something into 10 to the power minus 3 ampere. Now in your book it is given in milliampere. Don't get confused, because 10 to the power of minus 3 ampere means milliampere. Okay, just you can remove this term and write down milliampere. Whatever the answer you are getting, milliampere. Okay students, so don't get confused about it. You have to know these units very well to do the, because I told you that always use the SI unit to do the sums. Okay, next number 2 sum. Let's do number 2 sum. Number 2 sum, what is given? a current of 1.6 milliampere. That means I is given as 1.6 milliampere. Now milliampere is what a SI unit. So first we will convert milliampere into ampere. Okay. So 1.6 milliampere means 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 3 ampere. Just remember 1 milliampere is 10 to the power minus 3 ampere. Okay. What else is given? Charge on one electron E is given as if charge on one electron is minus 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Though it is given minus, but I will suggest you that neglect the minus, okay, because already the charge is given. So 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. What else is given? Find the number of electrons. That means obviously you have to find out N. Okay. Now what is current you have? E have N. Now let us see what is the time given, because we need the time to apply this formula. So it's given, find the number of electrons that will pass through the cross section of the conductor. Okay, that means here time is given as 1 second. Per second means 1 second. Okay, so you know, now you know I is equal to N into E by T. Okay, so what will N be equal to? So to find out N, it will be N is equal to I into T by E. Okay, current into time by the charge on the electron. So just put the values. It is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 3 into 1 by, it is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. Okay, so obviously students, I have seen that you all do mistakes in this basis. Please be very careful in it. Please don't do mistake in this basis. Okay, if you do mistake in this basis, then your sum will be wrong. So obviously, as you can see, 1.6 gets cancelled. What you're left with? You're left with 10 to the power of minus 3, and as it is division, when this goes up, it will, this power, okay, as it is 10 to the power of minus 3 by 10 to the power of minus 19, that means it is division. So this power, when it goes up, it will become plus. That means it will become 10 to the power of minus 3 plus 19. So ultimately, what is the answer coming? 10 to the power of 16. Okay, what is the total number of electrons? 10 to the power of 16 electrons. Okay students, so be very careful with the units. Units you do mistake, your sum will also be wrong. Always, as I told you in the class also, please convert in the proper, all the units, all the quantities which is given to you, either you convert into SI units or CGS unit. You see which is the maximum quantity which has which units, you convert that into the same unit, because if you convert the units into same, your sums will become easier and it will be correct. Okay. Let's move to the third sum. I hope you have understood these two sums which is based on your current. Okay. Now, let's do number 3 sum. Number 3 sum. What is number 3 sum telling us? Find the potential difference required. That means you are asked to find out V. Okay. V is asked to flow a current of 200 milliampere. That means I is given as 200 milliampere. Obviously, you know 200 milliampere means 200 into 10 to the power minus 3 ampere. Okay. So it is 200 into 10 to the power minus 3 ampere. Okay. And what else is given? Current of 200 in a wire of resistance 20 ohms. That means R is given as 20 ohms. Very easy. We'll use the Ohm's law formula over here. So V is equal to R into I. So VU is equal to R into I. You know the value of R, which is 20. I is given as 200 into 10 to the power minus 3. So how much you are getting? You are getting 4000 into 10 to the power minus 3. Okay. So see, you have minus 3 means divided. Minus 3 means divided by 1000. Okay. So you remove the minus 3. So this 3 cancels out. What you are left with? 4 volts. So your answer will be 4 volts. Okay students. So be very particular about the powers. Okay, those powers, if it is wrong, your sum will also be wrong. Okay, plus minus wherever it has to be, please look into the sign properly. Okay, next let's move to the next sum, which is sum number 4. Let's see what sum number 4 is telling us. Okay, sum number 4 is telling us, sum number 4 tells us that an electric bulb draws 1.2 ampere current. Okay, so what is the current I over here? 1.2 ampere. Okay, what is at 6 volts? That means potential difference is 6 volts. Find the resistance of the filament of the bulb. Okay, very easy. So R is, you have to find out. Okay, so we'll use Ohm's law because we know V, we know I. We know V is equal to R into I. So what will R be equal to? V by I. So what is the value of V? 6. What is the value of I? 1.2. So how much will you get? You get 5 ohms. So what is the resistance of the bulb? It is 5 ohms. Very easy sum. Okay. So now number 4 we have done. Now 5 and 6 students, it is of same type. It is also based on Ohm's law to find the resistance of the bulb or conductor. Okay. So 5 and 6 students, you will just follow the sum number 4 and you will do the 5 and 6 for yourself. Okay. So after 5 and 6, I'll move to question number 7. Okay. Students, let's do question number 7. Okay, that is also based on Ohm's law, but it's little bit different time. Means here you have to draw the graph, and from the graph you have to find out the rest of the quantities. Let's do number 7. So I'm just writing down the graph. Okay, I'm just writing down the table and I'll show you the graph, or rather you will have the table with you. I'm just drawing the graph for you. Okay, now what it is given in an experiment of verification of Ohm's law. Okay, what it is given? V by I. No, you know in Ohm's law, V by I, potential difference V is always in the x-axis and the current I is always in the y-axis. Okay, so let us plot the V points. So what are the potential different points given? 0.5, 1, 1.5, rest 2, 2.5. Okay, so these are the voltages given to us. Okay, all are volts. Okay, means the potential difference in volts, the unit is volts. Okay, and what is the current given to you? It is 0.2, then 0.4, 0.6, 0.8 and 1. Okay, so these are the points given to us, potential difference and current. Okay, so what it is given at 0.5 volts, current is 0.2. That means this is 0.5, this is 0.2. That means this is the point, right? Next, at 1 volts, the current is 1.4. That means like this, at this point 0.1 and 0.4. Similarly, 1.5 and 6. Okay, so like this, if you plot all the points, you will see you are getting you will get a straight line graph like this. Okay, you will get a straight line graph like this based on all the points given. Okay, so you can plot all the points and see the graph. Okay, so this is your V versus I graph in Ohm's law. Okay, so first you have to plot the graph. Okay, look at the points 0.5, 0.2. Okay, if you have problem, put a scale, one scale perpendicularly, one scale horizontally, one scale perpendicular, you will get the point. Okay, so you get a straight line like this. Next, let us solve. Now they have to, from the graph, means you have to look into the graph and find out. So from the graph, find out the potential difference V when I is 0.5 ampere. So this is your I portion 0.5. That means 0.4 and 0.6. Okay, that means 0.5 will lie somewhere in between 0.4 and 0.6. Okay, so if I draw this, draw at 0.5, you put the scale over here and draw a line to the straight line. Okay, please draw dotted lines. Put a scale straight and draw dotted lines to the straight to the Ohm's law graph. Okay, that straight line, and from here now place the scale perpendicularly and draw a line over here in the x-axis. Okay, you are asked to find the potential difference. So you see you are getting the potential difference. So obviously this line is in between 1 and 1.5. So what is the midpoint of 1 and 1.5? It is 1.25. Okay, so the first one, when I is equal to 0.5 ampere, what is the potential difference? It is 1.25 volts. Okay, students, so you have to find out from the graph. How? By placing, first you plot out the point 0.4 between 0.5 between 0.4 and 0.6. Put a scale horizontally to the straight line graph, to the Ohm's law straight line graph. Okay, over there again put the scale perpendicularly and plot a point on the potential difference. Okay, so there you find that the potential, this point lies between 1 and 1.5. That is the midpoint, that is 1.25. Okay, students. Similarly, let us see what number 2 is telling us. Number 2 tells find out I when V is 0.75 volts. Okay. So now again look at the volts 0.75. Where does 0.75 lie? Obviously in between 0.5 and 1. So again place a scale perpendicularly and draw a straight line like this to the Ohm's law straight line graph. Okay. From here now put the scale horizontally and draw a line like this connecting the current. Okay. So you can see here that this line lies between 0.2 and 0.4. Okay. You have to plot a perpendicular line to the Ohm's law graph, and here you have to plot a line horizontal to the current. Okay. So if you put it, you can see that this point on the current when potential difference is 0.75 lies between 0.2 and 0.4. So what is the midpoint of 0.2 and 0.4? It is nothing but 0.3. Okay. So when V is equal to 0.75, what is your current? It is 0.3 ampere. Okay. So we have done the second part. Now third part, they have asked you to find the resistance of the circuit. So as I told you in the class, resistance, and you have done in practicals also. The first experiment of your class 10 is Ohm's law. You are seeing from the graph, how do you get the resistance? From the slope of the graph. Okay. So let us take any point. Take any point. Suppose I am taking 1 and 1.5. Okay. So I am drawing a line like this. Okay. I am taking 1.5. I am taking this 1.5 part and the 2 part. Okay. So 1.5 and 2, and correspondingly I am drawing a line in the this one, your current path. Okay. So what is the resistance of a circuit? It is nothing but delta V by delta I. What do you mean by delta V? Change of potential difference by change of current. Okay. Now first look at the potential difference. What is the final potential difference here? Like means we are doing graphical portion. Okay. We are doing finding slope. Okay. So we have drawn any, I have done 1.5 and 2. You can take any points from here, any points. You can take 0.5, 1 also, 1.5 and 2 also, anything you can take. You will always get the same answer. Okay. So I have taken 1.5 and 2. So what is the final potential? 2. What is the initial potential? 1.5. Corresponding at 1.5, what is the current? 0.6. And at 2, what is the current? 0.8. So you know always final minus initial. So what is the final current? 0.8. And what is the initial current? 0.6. Okay. So if you solve it, how much you are getting? It is 0.5 by 0.2. Okay. So point gets cut. So your resistance is 2.4 ohms. Okay. So basically the slope of the graph gives you the resistance of the circuit. Okay. Hope you have understood this graph. It's very easy. Only just look at the question and point out. If you can point out the points in the graph, the sum is easy. Okay. Now let us move to sum number 8. Let us do sum number 8 now. Okay. So let's see what sum number 8 tells us. Now, sum number 8 tells us that two wires of same material and same length. Okay. So, if I take two wires, suppose one wire length is L1 and another wire length is L2. Okay. So, here L1, it's already told that L1 equal to L2. Okay. L1 is equal to L2 is already given to you. And what else is given? Same length have radii 1 millimeter. Okay. So here R1 is given as 1 millimeter. Okay. And R2 is given as 2 millimeter. Okay. So radius of 1 is 1 millimeter and R2 is 2 millimeter. You have to compare their resistance as well as specific resistance. Now here you need not convert 1 millimeter into meter at all because they are in the same units. Okay. And here we are finding the ratio. So it's no need, you can keep it as it is. Okay. Now, so R1 is 1 millimeter. What will be the area of what will be the first area? It is pi R1 square. Okay. Because wire has a circular area. So pi R square. No need of putting the value of pi. Keep pi as it is. So it will become pi. Now 1 square is how much? It is 1. That means only pi. Okay. Now what will be area 2? It is nothing but pi R2 square. Okay. So that means pi into what is the radius of the second wire? 2 millimeter. That means 2 square. That means 4 pi. Okay, so we have got the length, we have got the area. Now let us find the resistance. Okay, so that means first we have to compare R1 by R2. Okay, so what is the formula of R1 in terms of length and area? It is rho L by A. Since the wire is of same material, that means rho, the specific resistance is the same. Okay, so rho. Now as it is given that the length of the two wires are same. Okay, so let me take L1. Okay, by what is the area of the first one? Pi. Okay, and the next one again rho. Since the two wires are same, I can take it as L1. L2 also I can take it as L1. Okay, since both are same. L1 by what is the area? 4 pi. Okay, just now we have to solve it. So that means it is, so pi gets cancelled because both are same. Okay, so we are left with L1 by pi into, now this, as there is division between these two, so when it goes up it becomes reciprocal. Okay, so that means it becomes 4 pi by L1. Okay, so L1 gets cancelled, pi gets cancelled. What is the ratio you are getting of the resistance? 4:1. Okay, so the ratio of the resistance is 4:1. Okay, students, so you just need to put the correct values and you get the sum properly. Okay, now let us find the ratio of the specific resistance. Okay, let's do the specific resistance. So look at the specific resistance formula. See here, students. So we are finding rho 1, okay, by rho 2. Okay, now rho 1 by rho 2. So here it is A into R, okay, by L. Okay, area into resistance by length. Okay, that is the formula. And another is your area, again this is R1, this is L1, area into R2 by L2. Okay, so this is the formula. Okay, let us put the values. What is the value of this one? A you have got, A is nothing, this is A1 and this is A2. What is A1? Pi into what is R1? R1, it is given R1, it is, you have just now got this as 4, right? Okay. So students, we have first already solved the first part of this sum number 8. Let us solve the next part. Okay, so what it is given, what is the formula of specific resistance? Rho 1 by rho 2 is equal to A1 into R1 by L1 and A2 into R2 by L2. Just now in the previous portion we have said R1 is to R2 is how much you have got? 1:4. I hope it is, oh sorry, it's 4:1, sorry. Okay, so we will be putting this value for finding the specific resistance. Okay, so what is the value of R1? 4. What is the area of the first one? Pi. By what is L1? Let it be L1. Okay, now see I am doing it, we know that obviously when this value goes up it will be reciprocal, so I am just doing it. Now as L1 is equal to L2, so I can easily write it as L1. Okay, and what is the area? What is the second area? 4 pi. Okay, and what is the second resistance? 1. Okay, let us just solve it. So L1 gets cancelled, pi gets cancelled, 4 gets cancelled. So what we are left with? What is the ratio of the specific resistance? 1:1. That means the specific resistance of the material, before only I told you, as the substance is made up of same material, so the specific resistance is also same. So the ratio of the resistance is 4:1 and the ratio of the your specific resistance is 1:1. Okay, now let us do sum number 9, 10, 11, whatever. Okay, let us do the sums now. Now let us do sum number 9. Now from sum number 9, students, you have to observe very carefully because these are very important type of sums. Okay, so please observe these sums very carefully. What it is given? Actually, before starting this type of sums, let me tell you, if you stretch a wire, okay, if the length increases, remember area decreases. Okay, so if the length becomes twice, area becomes half. If the length becomes 3 times, area becomes 1/3. Okay, you have to keep this in your mind when you are doing this type of sums. Okay, so let's start. It's given given wire of resistance 1 ohms. So suppose the initial resistance, let us take it as initial resistance. It is given as how much? 1 ohm. Okay. What else is given? What will be is stretched to double its length. That means if I take initial length as L, okay, so what is the final length becoming? It is becoming 2L. Okay, the final length becomes 2L. Okay, what else is given? What will be the new resistance? As I told you, if you take the initial area, take the initial area as A, so the final area will be what? A by 2. Please keep this in your mind, students, that whenever length increases, your area decreases. Okay, same proportion it decreases. So if it is becoming 2L, the area will become A by 2. Okay. Now you are asked to find what will be the new resistance. Okay. So R, you have to find out Ri, that is the final. Rf means the final resistance or the new resistance. We are going to find out. Okay. Now what is the formula of resistance? R is equal to rho L by A. Okay. So Rf is equal to rho, what is the final length by the final area. Okay. Now what is the final length we have got? It is 2L. And what is the final area got? We have got A by 2. Okay. So if I do the reciprocal, what am I getting? This one 2 will go up. So it becomes 4 into L by 2. Okay. So rho is equal to 4 L by A, because remember when 2 goes up it will become multiplied, 2 by A it will become. Okay, when A by 2 goes up it becomes 2 by A. That means 2 into 2 4 L by A. Okay, now see here students, if I first find out Ri, what is the formula of Ri? I will get Li by Ai, right? Now what is Li? It is nothing but L, and what is Ai? It is nothing but A. Okay, so it is rho L by A. Okay. Now see here students, we have got rho into 4 L by A. So can I write it? 4 into rho L by A. Okay, now what is this rho L by A? See, we have got rho L by A. It is nothing but the initial resistance. Okay, so that means it is 4 into Ri. See, Ri value is given as 1 ohm. So what will be the new resistance? It will be 4 ohms. Okay, so it will be equal to 4 ohms. Okay students, so you have to do next few sums. You have to do it in this way. You have to take the initial area which will be given to you. Length you will take as L. Final area, final length you take whatever is told to you. Initial area you take as A. Final area obviously it will decrease. Okay, that will not be given to you. You have to do it yourself. Okay, that portion, area portion. Now Ri you find out, which is rho Li by Ai, which is rho L by A. Okay, keep it as it is. Now rho final means resistance. Final resistance is rho Lf by Af. That means final length by final area. Now if you put the values, we are getting rho 4L by A, which is 4 into rho L by A. Rho L by A is not but initial area, initial resistance which is given to you. So you are getting the final resistance or the new resistance as 4 ohms. Okay. The next few sums students, basically they are based on this type of sums. Okay. Now let us do sum number 10 quickly. Same type of sum. Only you have to understand what is given to you. Okay. Now sum number 10. Let's do and see what it is given. Sum number 10. What it is given here? A wire of resistance 3 ohms. So what is the resistance Ri given? It is given as 3 ohms. Okay. And length 10 meter. So L is given as Li is given as 10 centimeter. Is stretched to length 30 centimeter. That means Lf is 30 centimeter. So 30 centimeter is how much? We can write it easily. Write is 3 into 10 centimeter. That means 3 into Li. Right? 30 centimeter means it is becoming thrice the length. Okay. Now what is the initial area? Let us take the initial area as A. Okay. So as the length is becoming thrice, area will become 1/3. Okay. So the final area will be 1/3. Okay. Or A by 3. Okay students. Now what will be Ri equal to? It will be equal to rho Li by A. AI. Okay, so what is AI? A. So it becomes rho Li by A. Okay, that is the initial resistance. Let us find out the final resistance RF. So what will final resistance be equal to? Rho, okay, LF by AF. Now look, what is LF? LF is nothing but 3 into Li. Okay, let me write it as 3 into Li. Okay, and what is AF? It is A by 3. So let us write it as A by 3. So let us multiply it. So it becomes rho 3 into Li, okay, into 3 by A, because it will become reciprocal when A by 3 goes up. So what we are getting, what we are getting? 9 into rho Li by A. Okay, now what is this rho Li by A? It is nothing but the initial resistance, right? So let me put the value. So 9 into Ri. Now what is the value of Ri given? 3 ohms. That means 9 into 3 is equal to 27 ohms. So the new resistance is 27 ohms. Okay students, if you do in this way, you will never get confused. Okay, so please try to do it in this way. Okay, now let us do quickly sum number 11. Okay students, follow the same principles whenever this type of sum comes in the exam, students. So please follow the principle as I am showing you, so you will not get confused. What is given? Same type of sum. It's given sum number 11. A wire of resistance 9 ohms. So R is given as 9 ohms. Okay. Having length 30 centimeter. L is given as 30 centimeter. Or Li is given as 30 centimeter. Is tripled on itself. Tripled on itself doesn't mean that length is increased. Here the area is increased. Okay. So Li is 30 centimeter. It is given. Area. Let us take the area as A. So remember, if area is increased, that means length will decrease. Okay, so if Li is 30 centimeter, what will be your LF equal to? LF will be equal to, it is nothing but 30 by 3, because 3 times it has area has tripled. Okay, and your final area will be 3A. Okay, so 30 by 3, that means it will become 10 centimeter. Okay, and 10 centimeter is nothing, or you can easily write it 30 by 3 as Li by 3. Better write it as Li by 3. It will be easy for you to do the sum. Okay, so we have got the final areas and the final lengths. Now let us do the sum. Now, what is Ri? What will be the initial area? Initial area will be equal to rho Li by Ai. Okay, which is equal to rho Li by A. Okay, don't put the values beforehand. Please put the values at the last. Okay, otherwise it will be very confused. You will be confused. Okay, so this is the formula of RF. Let us find out RF. Okay, what is RF? Rho LF by AF. Okay, now what is LF? It is nothing but Li by 3. Okay, and what is area? It is 3A. So 3A, like this. Okay, so it is rho Li by 3. Now 3A means 3A by 1. So it will become 1 by 3A. Okay, so it is coming rho 1 by 9 Li by A. Okay, now rho Li by A is what? Nothing but Ri. Okay, so I can write down 1 by 9 into Ri. What is the value of Ri given? 9. That means 1 by 9 into 9, which is 1 ohms. So the new resistance is 1 ohms. Okay students, so we have done with the 11th sum. Now 12 and 13, 2 more sums left. Okay, so let us do the 12th sum. Hope you have understood this. So students, this type of sums which I have done, this comes in ICSE. So be very particular. First you write down the quantities. If you can write down the quantities and bring it in formula, put the values at the last. It will be easy for you. Okay. Now let us do sum number 12 and 13, and then we finish up with the first portion of numericals. Okay, now let us see what sum number 12 tells us. Okay, 12 is a very easy sum. It's given what length of copper wire of specific resistance, that means rho, is given as how much? 1.7 into 10 to the minus 8 ohm meter. Okay, that is the unit of specific resistance. and radius is 1 millimeter. Now, since this is in meter, so 1 millimeter you have to convert it into meter. That means 10 power minus 3 meter. Okay, and is required so that its resistance is 1 ohms. R is given as 1 ohms. Okay, what you asked to find out? You are asked to find out L. Okay, now our formula to find out L, first let us find out the area. Okay, so what is the area? A is nothing but pi r square. Keep pi as it is. Okay, so afterwards you can put the value of pi. Now keep it as it is. So it becomes 3.14, or let it be pi. Afterwards I'll put the value pi into 10 to the power of minus 3 whole square. Okay, 10 to the power of minus 3 whole square means it is nothing but pi into 10 to the power of minus 6. Okay, so we have got the area, resistance, rho means we can easily find out length. So let us put the formula. Rho is A into R by L. So what will be L equal to? A into R by rho. Okay, so what is the area you have got? Now you can put the value 3.14 into 10 to the power of minus 6 into what is the resistance you have got? 1 by what is the specific 1.7 into 10 to the power of minus 8. Okay, students, I'm just solving the index, the power. So students, as I told you, I will solve the index for you. So you will do it. It will become 3.14 by 1.7. Solve it yourself. And you know here it is 10 point minus 6. And as 10.8 is in denominator and it is minus. So when it goes up, the power becomes plus. Okay. So this part you do it yourself. So it is 3.14 by 1.7 into 10 to the power of 2. Okay, meter, because the unit of length is meter. Okay, now coming to the last sum, 13th sum. It's a very easy sum. It's also based on Ohm's law. Let's do it and finish. So students, we have finished. So sum number 13 is a very easy sum based on Ohm's law. So please try to do it yourself. Okay. So with this we finish off with sums of page 187. Rest of the sums of combination resistance and your the EMF and terminal voltage sums I'll send in the next video. Okay.